You guys, I am so proud of my husband for taking care of my babies while I was out of town. Look, my sweet potato slips are going strong. My herbs sprouted up while he was gone. I have some more herbs up here, sage, rosemary, and I can't tell what that is back there. This is my spinach, carrots, and celery. I need to thin it out, but actually I think I'm going to take this outside today because it's such a beautiful day and help start to acclimate it. So I'm sitting this outside for a couple of hours to let it get some natural, full, direct sun. So they will acclimate, trying to acclimate them to plant them outside. I need to figure out that spinach, like I said, carrots, I know where my carrots are going, and then celery. Of course, I need to thin all these out too. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to plant my celery yet. I wanted to grow my own because I've been juicing it, and I bet, oh my God, it's probably going to be the best celery juice I've ever had. I do have a couple of beds over here. I know that celery takes a longer time to grow. I actually watered these down. I have a video of how I prepped these, and I watered them real good today to encourage worms to help compost. I'm actually gonna take this ginger outside as well. Last year I almost burned it up. I sat it in full sun, and ginger likes part shade, so I damaged my leaves, but it bounced back. But I had it planted under a maple tree, and it did really well there last year. So just be careful with your ginger. It's not a full sun plant. In its natural environment, it's a tropical, and it's low to the ground. So all the trees... Sorry, I had to burp. All the trees shade it, so its natural environment is shade. Actually, sitting the ginger where I planted it last year, I'm going to plant it this year. Same thing. I've composted in this bed, and I planted it right here under this maple tree. Of course, it got part sun, kind of like the morning sun coming in, but didn't get the hot bolting afternoon sun, and it did really well there. I love ginger. Is it not so cute? It's just so cute. And the medicinal properties, ginger root is really good for your gastrointestinal tract. So if you had any issues with that type of stuff, ginger is something that you would want to think about maybe incorporating into your diet, or possibly taking a supplement. I just take the raw dehydrated ginger root, and the raw, when you grow your own, the little baby ginger, oh my God, guys, it is delicious. It's the best ginger I've ever had in my life. My elderberry syrup, I used it in it through the winter, and it was delicious. It was great. It's also good for cancers, any gastrointestinal cancers. Ginger is a good supplement. Can also help with chemotherapy, nausea. It's good supplement for pregnant women with morning sickness. You shouldn't have any health issues with that early on. I think they may suggest not to take it during the 3rd trimester, but that you could early on. Of course, do your research on that, and that is not medical advice. So, but yeah, I love this stuff, and I've planted more this year, so I can't wait to see how it does. So I've got to get my patio cleaned up, but I was out here and I was just thinking, this is my patio, this is my yard bed, my fire pit that we burn compostable items in for fertilizer as well. And it was just like, I just realized that, you know, I'm living my dream. My dream was to be happily married and to have my own place and a yard where I could grow my own food, and, you know, I'm living it. So, you know, if this is something you want, and it's a process. I mean, I've got a lot going on, and we need a lot. There's our rainwater catcher. We really need to get that started. We hadn't got that going yet. This is the startings of a greenhouse for me. My husband is a master tradesman, so he can do anything. So yeah, it's like if this is a dream of yours to be able to have this and do your own, growing your own food, I mean, it is obtainable. Hang in there. And because it was, I mean, it was years. I mean, I dreamed of like this lifestyle for probably 7 years and finally got it. And like I said, I've got a lot to do as well. And this is not our permanent home. So there's a lot more that I would have done here if this was going to be our permanent home. So like I plant a lot of perennials in pots. Oh, there's a bee out there with the dead nettle, and I'm getting ready. I actually already have, guys, I have dead nettle everywhere out here. I have so many herbal plants that grow out here. It's amazing. I can't understand why people, look, I've got dandelions coming up. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, sidetracked and excited. My little babies, yay. Dandelion root is good for cancers, not hormonal breast cancer. It's good for your heart. It's good to cleanse your liver. And the dead nettle, what I was talking about, the dead nettle, I'm actually making a tincture for seasonal allergies for me, but also my mother is fighting cancer. Look, I've just got it everywhere. My mother is fighting cancer, and her hemoglobin levels are staying low. Because cancer like takes up the iron in your body. Look, where'd he go? And the leaves of the dead nettle are high in iron. So I'm wanting to try that with her and see if that doesn't help. You can make teas out of this, or like I said, tinctures, add them to your salads. It's crazy that people call this stuff weeds. To me, look, the bees are everywhere. They're loving it. The pollinators love it. So, yeah, so if you have this growing in your yard, it is edible and medicinal. And it's actually pretty, but it is taking over. Look, my spinach is trying to grow through here. I had that planted all winter, and I got it planted too late last summer, so I didn't get a winter harvest. But it looks like, I mean, it made it through the whole winter, just out here neglected by itself. I done nothing to it, but I don't know, because there's so much dead nettle growing through here. And I actually pulled a lot of this. I harvested it for my tinctures, and it's grown back. So I don't know about my spinach. I'll just have to see how it goes. That bed is a disaster. I built that one myself, and that's what I get for not waiting on my husband. I wanted one, and he just couldn't do it for me right then. And I was like, well, fine, I'll build my own bed. And look at this thing. It is falling apart. I think it made it, I can't remember if this is 2 years. It made it 2 years, so we've got to do something with that. So, getting started, and I think we've got a cold front coming through too. It's like when you get this nice weather out here, you get excited and you want to start planting stuff, but you know, you got to watch for those late freezes coming through. Actually, I'm chewing on a piece of this now because, like I said, I have seasonal allergies, so this is a pretty big piece. I'm going to go ahead and eat a couple of pieces of these, so it'll help me with my allergies early on. Those are my covered peppers. That's an experiment. I'm always running an experiment around here. That is an experiment to see. I pruned them all back and to see if they, look, the bees in there. I don't know if you can see it. To see if I could get them to regrow in the spring. I've got some in pots on the inside. I need to kind of do a little research maybe on when they will start to sprout back, because now is the time. It is. But like I said, we do have some cold fronts coming through, so I want to be careful about that. I just moved this tote that has, of course, holes punched in it and dirt. I actually grew some sweet potatoes in here last year, I'm actually thinking about, my spinach seems to do better in containers. So I might get some more dirt for this and plant my spinach in that. But so I moved it, and look at all these worms. So I'm going to kind of scrape them up and put them in the container so they can help break down that compost, and whatever the spinach, I think I am going to put spinach in there, will do great. It'll be great nutritional dirt. Crazy about me getting these worms up, guys, I can't do this on my phone, is I hate worms. Like, seriously, if you were to throw a worm at me, I would scream like a 7-year-old girl. This is a carrot that I forgot about. It's just been out here in a bucket all winter long, neglected, and it's still there, still going. So carrots are really cold weather hardy. I've seen, let's say they can tolerate down to 20 degrees, and that has tolerated lower than 20 degrees. So I've got some herbs popping up. This is some lemon balm I transplanted last year. Here we've got, I think this is chocolate mint. So I got to get all this cleaned up. Right here we have peppermint. It's either peppermint or spearmint. Let me see. Grab a little leaf off here. Peppermint. Oh, I love the smell of peppermint leaves. Oh my gosh, it's just so invigorating, good for headaches, good for nausea. Look, this is lemon balm in here. Lemon balm is good for your skin, HSV breakouts, like orally and topically. Goes off the top of my head. It's delicious. And I think this is the spearmint. I can't tell. Doesn't have... It's got to be spearmint. Got to be. What else do I have popping up out here? Over here, bee balm. I have some of her. Oh my gosh, I've got yarrow sprouting up too everywhere. I think that is red yarrow. I've got red, yellow, white, and I think pink. There's some of my yarrow. I think that's the pink yarrow right there. This is St. John's wort. We've got rosemary. I love rosemary. There's some more rosemary. I have some lavender over there. We've also got, that's looking really sad though. This is thyme and oregano. And I also, look, I've got some more yarrow over here. Yay! Guys, I'm going to have so much stuff coming in this year. Oh, I'm so excited. Plus, I've got some seedlings going of all this as well to plant more. And I'm thinking about maybe selling at the farmer's market some plants this year. We'll see how that goes. So, but yay! Spring has sprung.